this rededication of Cumberland City Hall in the year in which we celebrate the centennial of our City Hall, the 100th birthday of this building. And what better time to celebrate than during Cumberland's Heritage Days, an annual celebration of Cumberland's rich history and the foundation upon which our community was built. I hope that you'll spend the remainder of your weekend celebrating Cumberland, partaking in Heritage Days, and visiting the great shops in downtown Cumberland as well as a canal place. I also welcome my friends the Freemasons, men who were responsible not only for laying the cornerstone of City Hall 100 years ago, although not these same men exactly, but also for laying the cornerstone of the Masonic Temple that same day in June of 1911. And as we celebrate our history, we must recognize the tremendous contributions of the Freemasons to our city and to our community. When I look around this city, I see the hand of the Masons all across the beautiful architecture. And today we celebrate the Masons' contribution to the city of Cumberland and directly to our City Hall. Cumberland's original City Hall was built in 1876, but was destroyed by a fire on March 14, 1910. The ground floor of the original City Hall was a marketplace. Portions of the second and third stories were occupied by city officials and government offices. The third floor also housed fraternal organizations, and a significant portion of the second floor was devoted to the Academy of Music. Even back in the 1800s, Cumberland officials recognized the value of the arts, and thus the Academy of Music was part of City Hall. And today we continue to recognize the value of arts as well as the tremendous impact that the arts community plays in our city in the revitalization of Cumberland. Our arts and entertainment district that surrounds the city of Cumberland is our modern-day recognition of the value of culture in our community. The original City Hall was built of brick, the walls 18 inches thick and resting upon a rock foundation of about 4 feet thick. The ground floor was a 10,000-foot marketplace. On June 6, 1911, the cornerstone of the current City Hall was laid, and the first council meeting was held there March 25, 1912. And while we're 6 days after City Hall's actual birthday, the day in which the Masons joined together with representatives of the city of Cumberland to lay the cornerstone to this beautiful building, we honor the centennial today. And to add to the celebration of today, I would be remiss if I did not recognize this day as something special to me, as it's also my mother's birthday. Our Cumberland City Hall is adorned by a mural on the upper rotunda, painted by Gertrude Kogler in 1920. Mrs. Kogler was born in Germany, came to the United States with her parents as a child, and settled in Maryland. She resided in Cumberland for 20 years, operating a shop on North Center Street, which was destroyed by the flood of 1936. The painting in the rotunda is believed to be the only existing portrayal of the first and last occasions on which George Washington commanded troops. The first occasion shows Washington as a young Virginia militiaman under General Braddock, who is seen entering Old Fort Cumberland in 1754 in his gold chariot to begin his ill-fated campaign against Fort Duquesne, now Pittsburgh. Washington made his final military appearance at Fort Cumberland in 1794 as Commander-in-Chief of the American armies. The painting depicts American troops passing a review of General Washington on his way to nearby Pennsylvania to suppress the Whiskey Rebellion. That was his final field command. The history of Cumberland is told largely through this building, and as we rededicate our Cumberland City Hall today, we recognize a city full of history, the Queen City, a community alive with a belief that the successes of the past have only been a beginning. Today we celebrate a building, but also a city. We celebrate a spirit, a belief that greater things are ahead and that moving forward is as simple as putting your hand to the plow, your mind to work, and yes, getting your hands dirty, building something and making something happen. It's a powerful spirit of a people who are willing not just to talk about problems, but are willing to live in pursuit of dreams that have yet to be realized. It is a spirit of people who are willing to step up, take the lead, and yes, make a difference. Much like the building of the City Hall in 1911 symbolized a new beginning of the city of Cumberland, today it marks a similar step forward for our community, toward the goal of revival, revitalization, and new ideas about our future. We work together to build a vision for our community not all that unlike the dreamers and thinkers of days gone by. We work as a team, dedicated to transforming Cumberland once again. We welcome new ideas, progressive thinking, creativity, and reach out to harness opportunities, to build our community up, to expand our population, to welcome diversity, to establish Cumberland as a hub for post-secondary education, to identify our community as one with high quality of living and low cost of living, to invite businesses and entrepreneurial investors, and to make this Queen City shine. Today, we celebrate the history of Cumberland through the history of City Hall, which stood as a symbol of hope for Cumberland. But we also celebrate the spirit of a nation that lives, echoes, and thrives here in Cumberland, a spirit of opportunity and possibility. Thank you again for the opportunity to join in this rededication, and thank you to Cumberland's friends, the Freemasons, for being here complete with the original trowel used in the laying of the cornerstone to recognize this centennial event. Thank you.